Yo, what's going on, chat? I hope you're all having a lovely day. And welcome to another stream. Okay, I'm just setting up a few things on this end before we get into some... I think I set it to GeoGuessr? I can't remember. I'm already quite tired. I think it's GeoGuessr, right? Yes, it is. I'm sorry for the stream for being a bit late. I was very busy still at work and I didn't get home until literally like a couple seconds ago. Welcomes. I'll just launch GeoGuessr now. I also just had a shower because I was like, I just got home. I need to have a shower. Well, we're gonna do some GeoGuessr and then we're probably gonna do some reacting. Since that's the title. Which... Well, maybe not. Maybe we won't do any reacting. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll stick to gaming today. Oh, we're back with some GeoGuessr. We now have... Wow, I didn't realize we got to 20 followers on Twitch. Thank you to everyone that's followed on Twitch. If you're followed on Twitch and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, feel free to do so. There's a lot of YouTube videos that I post up there. Not lately, but I have posted a video yesterday. So I definitely would recommend checking that video out. Or any of the other videos. Oh yes, I forgot. I gotta post this on Threads and Twitter. I forget that I'm supposed to post this every time on Threads, but I keep on forgetting. So it's like, just copy the message I put on X. Oh, I didn't put anything. The stream or the last. There's the threads. We'll use that one. Copy. We can turn off the music. We don't need it. We do not need the music. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning. Why am I thinking of... We didn't start the fire. It's like the first thing that comes to my mind now for some reason is... We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the wait, can't this get me copyrighted? Hold on, shouldn't really sing that. Great song, but oh crap, I didn't put that in gaming. Crap. I didn't put that in a thread. Shit. Edit. Put that in streamer threads. there. Then I just gotta copy this message. Go that. Go to X. I'm now back on X, but only to post stuff. That I don't really check anything on there. We'll put the Twitch, since I think most people on X use Twitch. Actually, we'll provide both links. Copy. Post. Okay. Now you can get into GeoGuessr. We will play. Wait a minute. What was that? That is all. Yes, let's do this. Play. Okay, round one. Okay. They're driving on the right hand side. The sun is more south. It's currently rising. So I would say it's definitely a country that I think speaks Spanish. For a second I thought that was a Holden Commodore. That would have really confused me. So it's definitely Northern Hemisphere. I'm gonna say this gives me. This guy looks like a tourist. Why would a tourist be all the way out of here? Let me see. I'm gonna say this kind of gives me the. They drive on the right hand side, so it's not the US. You can definitely confirm that. No, it could be the US. They drive on the right hand side. Left hand side is. It could be Spain. I'm gonna gamble and say somewhere around New Mexico to Mexico. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Shit. It was Europe. Pedestrian crossing sign. Oh, it's Hungarian. Damn it. That was such a terrible. Okay. Okay, we're on the left hand side. Okay. Easy. It's quite flat. It's quite cloudy also. Football. European football down there. What's the sign? I can't even read that sign. What the hell does that say? It's in kilometers of an hour, so it wouldn't be the UK because they go by miles per hour, I think. I believe. Or no, maybe it is kilometers an hour. It's giving me UK vibes. What are the popular cars? Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, a lot of German cars. There's a Fiat dealership literally right there. Oh, but that gives me a different feeling. Maybe France? Somewhere around France or maybe Switzerland. It was Northern Ireland. Damn it. This is not looking good. Okay, okay. What side are we driving? Okay, we're driving left-hand side. That's kind of okay. I think it's Botswana because where's the sun? Sun. Oh, it's in the middle. Okay, we could be on the equator actually. So I'm gonna say probably around Kenya. It was Botswana. Would have been right if I just left it at Botswana. Damn it. Okay. Green number plates. Driving on the left-hand side. This is... Where's the sun? It's south. So northern hemisphere. This one could be Uganda. It's giving me kind of foresty vibes. Shit! How did I make that mistake? Only one more round to prove. This is Vietnam. There's literally a Vietnam flag right there. I'm even gonna go, it is... I'm gonna say it's right here. Damn. Could have been better. Okay. Okay. Let's do a quick play. Solo duels. We're going up against someone from Denmark. We are screwed. Okay, first thing instantly, we're driving right hand side. So there's also snowy mountains. This could be... That sun is more on the north, so it's the southern hemisphere. I feel like I should stop basing it off of the sun. Okay. This is giving me the vibe of somewhere in Europe. It's also giving me US vibes. Damn it. Well, that definitely answers the question. Somewhere in Europe. I'm gonna guess, because it's got snowy mountains, I'm gonna guess somewhere either near... It's somewhere around these mountains, somewhere here. So I would go there. Hey, I was closest. I wanted to put it in Italy, but I didn't know for certain. Okay, we're back driving, I think, on the right hand side, if we can find the bonnet of this vehicle, which they haven't shown us. I didn't get any time to guess. Okay. Trains. I'm gonna guess somewhere in Europe. I'm gonna go Luxembourg. Where did they guess? I'm closest. Okay. Okay, definitely. This is giving me Indonesia. now driving on the left-hand side. Okay. I'm gonna say this is another European country, so I'm gonna guess probably somewhere bottom France. Oh, I knew it was Europe. Yeah. One more round. One more match. Okay. Easy. We're already near a beach. I am going to guess. This is giving me vibes of Hawaii. Where's Hawaii? No, I don't want to. I guess somewhere in the Hawaiian Islands. Damn, I might have screwed myself here. Hopefully I'm right and they're wrong. Shit. Why is it always these, like, tropical kind of areas that make me mess up the most? Is this Australia? There's already fire. It's very flat, so I don't think it's Australia. Because Australia ain't this flat. What can I see? What kind of trees are these? Shit. US. Literally did not get any time to guess. Crap. That did not go well. One more match, one more match, one more match, one more match, one more match. Easy. Damn it. At least I was closest. I really wanted to think it was the Philippines. I didn't have time to check because I guessed so quickly. Why did they do that? Where the hell are we? A lot of European cards. Maybe France. I'm gonna guess on the outskirts. Maybe here. Where do they guess? They haven't guessed. They didn't. Oh, they did. I was closest. Yes. Well, this does not help me. Okay. I'm gonna guess Albania. Maybe. No. Let's go with Copenhagen. I'm gonna go somewhere up here. Damn it. I wanted to guess closer down here. I should have kept it at that. Why didn't I do that? I could have easily won. I think this is Kenya. Kenya. I'm gonna go Botswana. Last time I said Botswana and it was... No, I chose Kenya. It was Kenya. Damn it. Why do I keep on second guessing myself? Okay, this is giving me... I think it was Cambodia. Where in Cambodia has red sand? I didn't know Cambodia had red sand. Red sand. Excuse a while. Keep on burping. Excuse a while again. Serbia. This could actually be somewhere that I've never been. This could be the US and I just screwed over. Where is it? Oh, I was right, it's in Europe. I guess Australia. When did Australians ever start driving on the left? I think it was left or right. Was it left? Right. Wait, I said that was gonna be the last match. Oh shit. No, okay, doing it again. Whoops. Whoopsies. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say Panama. Shit. Okay. What in the world? Oh, this is Europe. Betting. This is Europe. I'm gonna even go Slovenia, Europe. That's a big ass cow there. We're also driving, I think, on the right hand side. Yes. And there's big mountains. Is that a switch? Is that a Swedish flag? That's Switzerland. Austria. Austria and Switzerland. I'm just gonna have to hope this guy knows nothing about Europe. Yeah, he guessed frickin' Sweden. How do you guess Sweden when there's a... You probably didn't see the flag. Easy. This is literally, I think, this is either Thailand or Laos. Where is he gonna guess? He's guessing Japan. He might be closest. Yes, fuck. Okay, that was definitely the last match. We were on such a comeback and then immediately started to fail. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna play... Okay. Not Hitman. Probably not that game. Could play House Flipper. Haven't played it in a while. You know, I keep on saying I'm going to play this game on stream, so you know what? We're going to play it. Called After Love EP. I got it a while ago. I think it was on sale. And then I just never played it. So I'm going to play it. After Love EP. I literally know nothing about this game. So, let's give it a try, I guess. It just crashed. No, it didn't crash, it was just loading. Okay, this is very loud. Okay, that's now lower. Let's start. Never played this before. First time. I've heard things from the Steam reviews. People say it's good, so I'm gonna go off of that. I feel like I'm just doing what the game is telling me to do at this point. But it is a story game, so it's already probably been fully written. Never played it before. Okay, apparently this character plays the guitar. I still have some time before I have to be backstage. You said you wanted to give me something, right? You could have just brought it to Rosie. No way, in front of Ada and Tessia. Wanted to give it to you when it was just us. I just finished it here. Don't open yet. What's this? Something just for you. Hehe. Seriously, don't open it until the EP is done. Oh, he's making a song, I guess. Then use it as motivation. You can do it. Just concentrate, okay? Don't want to miss your show, do we? You're right. Yeah, let's go. Are you excited? Yeah, well, equally excited and nervous at least. Cough, cough. Oh, are you okay? Damn, it's too smoky back here. Let's go outside for a bit. No, Rama, you'll miss the show. Don't worry about me. This happens all the time, remember? I'll be fine. When you go out, I'll be in the crowd cheering you on. You sure? That very funny. Just be careful, okay? I always am. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, you're always like this before every performance. Oh, I mean, this time you might turn around and I'll be gone. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna take you on a musical journey in 1, 2, 3. Oh, we don't get to hear a song? Damn. That sucks. Just a black screen, apparently. Did hear that crowd. You were saying that we do drinks after the show? I know we said it last week, but... Oh, right. Yeah, but what about... I'm fine. I told you I was fine in there. Wasn't I? Okay, this game is quite boring, actually. I feel like this is a game to, like, play... I don't think it's even a game at this point. Hold on. Does it not finish? Can I not exit? I can't exit the game. I'm stuck in the game forever. Yeah. I don't think that's really a game, to be honest. Let me just check something. What kind of game is this? It doesn't say anything. Store page. That would tell me. It is a... it's a... Okay. It's just a visual story. Okay, never mind. That's not even a game, so no point. Yeah, we're not playing that on stream. I thought it was like a normal game, but I guess not. And since that was all I had planned for the stream in case of this, I am just gonna have to react to stuff then. And reacting. Copy this. Okay. Well, I say we can react to stuff then. Because that's what I'm gonna... Oh, hold on. I didn't even check if I have the playlist open. Playlists.
Older than
Okay.
The Simpsons has been on the...
We're gonna react to every time The Simpsons has predicted the future. I think this is a good video. I've seen it, I think, once. Maybe not this one, but a different one.
The Simpsons has been on the air for over 35 years. In that time, the show has predicted presidents, corporate takeovers, scientific discoveries, and disasters with a level of accuracy that makes you wonder if someone in the writer's room has a time machine. So today we're going over every major prediction that The Simpsons got right. Starting off with by far the most controversial prediction of them all. In the season 9 episode, The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, which aired on September 21st, 1997, the Simpson family travels to New York City to retrieve Homer's car, which Barney abandoned near the World Trade Center. And well, I think you already know where this is going. During the one scene, Bart holds up a New York travel brochure advertising a $9 bus fare. And right next to the large number is an image of the Twin Towers. Together, the design appears to read 9/11.
Dad, you got a letter from the city of New York.
Pfft, throw it away. Nothing good has ever come out of New York City.
At the time, it was just a visual joke, of course, right? The writers chose the $9 fare because it sounded comically cheap, and the Twin Towers were included because they were one of New York City's most recognizable landmarks and a major part of the episode's setting. And then, on September 11th, 2001, terrorists attacked the World Trade Center. After the attacks, viewers revisited the episode and noticed the image. What had been a throwaway background gag suddenly became one of the most discussed moments in the show's history. But the prediction that truly turned The Simpsons into a
did that actually come out
involved a
before?
future president that almost nobody took seriously at the time. In the season 11 episode Bart to the Future, which aired on March 19th, 2000, Lisa Simpson becomes the first female president of the United States. And in her very first scene in the Oval Office, she drops a line that would haunt the country 16 years later.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
That's the actual line. Lisa's staff tells her the country is broke. The previous president, Donald Trump, sold off national landmarks, made terrible investments, and left the government in financial ruin. Lisa's team proposes a massive tax hike to fix the mess. The entire joke here is that Trump's presidency was the logical last stop before hitting bottom, as writer Dan Greeny later described it. At the time, Trump was running a short-lived campaign for the Reform Party nomination in the 2000 election. He was just a real estate guy and celebrity, not at all a serious political figure. The writers used his name because it was funny. Matt Groening himself was skeptical it would never actually happen. And then in 2016, Donald Trump was elected the 45th president of the United States. The episode that had been a throwaway joke for 16 years suddenly became the most famous prediction in television history. The show leaned into that hard. A chalkboard gag in a later episode read, "Being right sucks." And in 2024, Trump won the presidency again, making the prediction even more eerily accurate. Now, this episode originally got mixed reviews. Some fans called it one of the weaker future episodes, but after 2016, it became the single most cited example of The Simpsons predicting the future, and it kicked off an entire internet culture around finding more. Now, the Trump prediction came from one line of dialogue, right? But the same episode also predicted something visual that wouldn't happen for another 21 years. Because in that same episode, Bart to the Future, Lisa appears in the Oval Office wearing a purple pantsuit with a pearl necklace and some earrings. Standard presidential power outfit for a woman in charge, right? But on January 20th, 2021, Vice President Kamala Harris wore a purple ensemble by designer Christopher John Rogers to Joe Biden's inauguration. She also wore pearls. Side-by-side comparisons went viral immediately. I mean, come on, the color, the style, the accessories, it was an almost exact
I'm so confused. How did the Simpsons predict so much? We're only 3 minutes into the video. I'm so curious about what the rest of it was because I don't even remember what everything is.
match to what Lisa wore in the year 2000 episode. You see, purple was chosen to represent unity, blending red and blue. The pearls had personal significance for Harris, connected to her sorority. Writer Mike Scully later said that Lisa's outfit was probably a power look nod to figures like Hillary Clinton. But the visual overlap was striking enough that the internet treated it as another confirmed prediction. 2 decades apart, and the outfit landed almost perfectly. Now, the outfit prediction was a visual coincidence, but the next one involved actual math. You see, in the season 10 episode The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, which aired in 1998, Homer decides to become an inventor like Thomas Edison. He sets up a chalkboard in his basement and scribbles equations while brainstorming gadgets. And, well, one of those gadgets, buried in the background of a single scene, roughly predicted the mass of the Higgs boson particle. Now, the Higgs boson, sometimes called the God particle, is a
No way The Simpsons actually predicted a maths equation, like a science equation.
fundamental piece of physics that explains how
No
particles
way.
get their mass. Scientists had literally been searching for it for decades. In 2012, researchers at CERN's Large Hadron Collider finally discovered it and measured its mass at around 125 GeV. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. But the point is that Homer's chalkboard equation, written 14 years earlier as a background joke, came remarkably close to that number. The writer's room for The Simpsons has always included people with serious math and science backgrounds. Like, several writers hold advanced degrees from Harvard and other universities. The equation was probably just a nerdy in-joke that happened to land near a real discovery. But guys, the fact that Homer freaking Simpson, of all people, had the answer on his chalkboard before the world's largest particle accelerator found it is one of the wildest coincidences in television history. Let's be honest. So yeah, Homer predicted particle physics by accident, but the next prediction involves something much simpler: a company buying another company. In another season 10 episode, This Time When You Dish Upon a Star, which aired on November 8th, 1998, Homer visits a Hollywood studio lot. In the background, there's a sign showing the classic 20th Century Fox logo with text
A division of Walt Disney Co. No way.
underneath that reads, "A division of Walt Disney Co." It's honestly a blink and you miss it background gag in a celebrity satire episode, right? I mean, nobody thought twice about it in 1998. Disney and Fox were just two big entertainment rivals, and the joke was about corporate consolidation in Hollywood. And then, on December 14th, 2017, Disney announced it was buying most of 21st Century Fox for over $52 billion. That deal closed in March 2019. That purchase brought The Simpsons itself under Disney ownership, along with properties like X-Men, Deadpool, and Avatar. The show now streams exclusively on Disney+. The 1998 background sign became a viral sensation in 2017 when the deal was announced. The Simpsons had literally predicted their own corporate future. A throwaway joke about media consolidation turned into a real headline 19 freaking years later. And now the show lives on the platform of the company it joked about owning them. The show predicted its own corporate takeover, but it actually also predicted technology that wouldn't exist for another 2 decades. In the season 6 episode Lisa's Wedding, which aired on March 19th, 1995, the show jumps toward to the year 2010. Lisa's an adult studying at Oxford and engaged to a British man named Hugh. In one scene, Hugh lifts his wrist and speaks into a watch-like device to make a call. It's a small voice-activated communicator worn on the
Apple
wrist.
Watch.
Modern smartwatches with voice activation, like the Apple Watch with Siri, became mainstream in the mid-2010s, especially after Apple launched its watch in 2015. Guys, the episode's 2010 timeline was remarkably close to the actual rise of wearable tech. Wrist communicators had been a sci-fi staple since Dick Tracy and Star Trek, but The Simpsons put the concept in a realistic, everyday context that ended up matching what actually happened. And what if I told you that this next prediction actually came from the same episode? Because in that same 1995 episode, Lisa calls home from England to tell Marge about her engagement. They use a video phone, a screen that shows live video of the person you're talking to. Marge forgets to call his video and
FaceTime.
crosses
Oh
her
my
fingers while making a promise, and Lisa sees it clearly on screen.
Remember when I was little, we'd always plan
How did The Simpsons predict so much? Surely this is like, this has to be a gag. This can't be like no way. Like, no way is that real.
my dream wedding, and you always promised to keep Dad from ruining it?
Oh, don't worry, honey. I guarantee your father will behave.
Video chatting became everyday life in the 2010s and 2020s with, Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, and WhatsApp. The
That's what
COVID-19
charging the
pandemic
Apple
in
Watch
2020
would
made
be
video
fine
calls
on
the
the
default
computer.
way
Doesn't work.
millions of people communicated for work, school, and family. The episode's casual, normalized depiction of video calling, including the real, awkward moments that come with it, oddly predicted exactly how the technology would feel when it finally arrived. One episode from 1995 predicted smartwatches, video calls, and even a London skyscraper. Because, yeah, that same episode also got architecture right. Lisa's Wedding shows a futuristic London skyline in the background. One of the buildings is a tall, pointed, glass-like skyscraper that looks remarkably like the Shard, one of London's most iconic modern buildings. Construction on the Shard began in
Holy crap.
2009 and opened in 2012. The episode aired in 1995, 14 years before construction even started. The show also joked in the same episode about the Rolling Stones still touring in old age on a steel wheelchair tour, a pun on their Steel Wheels album. The Stones have continued performing well into their 70s and 80s, making that prediction accurate too. So yeah, Lisa's wedding might be the
Too many
single most
predictions.
prediction-packed episode in the entire series, but the next prediction came from a completely different kind of episode. In the season 6 episode Lisa on Ice, which aired in November 1994, students used a personal digital assistant modeled directly on the Apple Newton. He tries to write Beat Up Martin, and the device's handwriting recognition turns it into Eat Up Martha. The Apple Newton had launched in 1993 and was immediately mocked for its terrible handwriting recognition. The Simpsons jumped on it right away, but the joke became more relevant years later as smartphones introduced autocorrect features that produced similarly embarrassing and hilarious mistakes. Just the specific frustration of technology quote-unquote helping you by turning your words into nonsense became a universal experience in the 2000 and 2010s. The Newton was
I hate
discontinued in
autocorrect.
1998,
It's
but
so
the problem
bad.
it represented lived on in every single pocket. And I'm not even gonna lie, autocorrects to this day is still super inaccurate. And this is
It's still. When did this video come out? A month ago? It still is. A month later.
kind of a little off topic, but you know when you go to text someone and it has like the suggested words above it, what are we doing, Apple? Like, they are so random. So yeah, autocorrect was a tech prediction, but the next one was actually pure sports. Lisa the Greek from season 3 aired on January 23rd, 1992, 3 days before Super Bowl 26. In the episode, Homer discovers that Lisa has an incredible talent for predicting football outcomes and exploits her for gambling wins. The emotional climax comes when Lisa makes a conditional Super Bowl pick. If she still loves Homer, Washington wins. If not, Buffalo wins. And guess what? Washington won. The Redskins beat the Bills 37-24 in real life, exactly matching Lisa's prediction. But here's where it gets even wilder. 4 reruns before the next Super Bowl, the show redubbed Lisa's pick to Dallas Cowboys over Buffalo. Dallas won. They literally kept updating the dialogue for subsequent Super Bowls and kept getting it right. Showrunner Al Jean later said that he bet against Lisa's picks and regretted it. The streak eventually ended,
Dang.
but for several years in a row, a cartoon 8-year-old was calling Super Bowl winners with perfect accuracy. The timing of the original episode airing just days before the real game made it feel like genuine prophecy. So yeah, the Super Bowl predictions was sports gold. But the next one predicted an entire Olympic upset. Because in the season 21 episode Boy Meets Curl, which aired on February 14th,
Oh, I recently
2010,
saw
Homer and Marge
this.
join a U.S. curling team that competes in the Olympics. In the episode, the United States beats Sweden the gold medal. 8 years later, at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, the U.S. men's curling team won gold by defeating Sweden in the final. It was the first curling gold medal in American history in a massive upset. The details differ slightly. The episode showed mixed doubles, while the real win was men's team, but the core result was identical. United States over Sweden for curling gold. In a sport that almost nobody in America pays attention to, The Simpsons called the exact matchup years in advance. From curling to soccer, the next prediction hit even harder, because the season 25 episode You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee aired on March 30th, 2014. Homer becomes a soccer referee famous for his fairness. FIFA recruits him, and the episode openly mocks the organization's corruption. You know, bribery, match fixing, shady officials taking money. The plot involves Homer's integrity clashing with FIFA's rotten system. And in the episode, Germany wins the World Cup. And guess what? 3 months later, Germany beats Argentina 1-0 in the 2014 World Cup final. Then in May 2015, US authorities indicated multiple FIFA officials for racketeering, wire fraud, and money laundering. The scandal exposed decades of bribes involving broadcast rights, World Cup hosting votes, and systemic corruption at the highest levels. Sepp Blatter resigned, the organization was rocked to its core. The episode aired right before both events. A cartoon that called FIFA corrupt and picked Germany to win, followed by Germany actually winning and FIFA actually getting busted? Guys, the timing was almost too perfect. So from soccer
Maybe he
corruption to
always
something
knew.
much more dangerous underwater, the season 17 episode
Oh,
Homer's
this is
Paternity
the-
Coup aired on January 8th, 2006. Shout out to those including me born in 2006.
This is the
Anyway, Homer goes on a
Ocean Gate
deep-sea treasure
scandal.
hunt with a man he believes is his real father. They use small personal submersibles to explore a shipwreck. Homer gets separated, becomes trapped, runs low on oxygen, loses consciousness, and has to be rescued. In June 2023, the Ocean Gate Titan submersible lost communication during a dive to the Titanic wreck site. 5 people were aboard, including the company's CEO. The sub imploded under pressure, killing everyone. The tragedy dominated global news for weeks. But the parallels are kind of coincidental, right? Homer survives, there's no implosion, the context is different, yes, but the visual of a person in a tiny submersible facing a life-threatening emergency near deep-sea wreck hit uncomfortably close to home when the episode resurfaced online during the 2023 surge. That parallel was kind of dark, but the next prediction involved a performer who would go on to make Super Bowl history. In the season 23 episode Elisa Goes Gaga, which aired on May 20th, 2012, Lady Gaga visits Springfield and performs at a school event.
This is the outfit, the wardrobe malfunction.
What's up, Springfield? Never forget, you're all my little monsters.
She uses flying harnesses and wires for dramatic aerial stunts while singing, performing high above the crowd in a theatrical spectacle. On February 5th, 2017, Lady Gaga delivered one of the most iconic Super Bowl halftime performances ever. She was suspended on wires, flew across the stage, and leaped from the roof of Houston's Energy Stadium. The aerial elements, the wire work, the theatrical energy, it matched what the show had depicted 5 years earlier. Gaga was already known for dramatic performances, but the specific harness and flying imagery from the cartoon turned out to be remarkably on point. Gaga's aerial show was a visual match, but the next prediction involved real-world violence that nobody wanted to see.
Oh, it wasn't the wardrobe
The season 5
malfunction. I'm
episode
thinking of
Springfield
something
aired
else.
on December 16th, 1993. Mr. Burns opens a casino in Springfield, and one of the acts is a flamboyant magic duo clearly spoofing Siegfried and Roy. They perform with white tigers. The act goes horribly wrong when a tiger mauls one of the performers on stage. On October 3rd, 2003, Roy Horn was critically injured by one of their white tigers during a live performance at the Mirage in Las Vegas. The incident ended their decades-long show. Roy survived, but with lasting injuries. The episode had depicted almost exactly this scenario 10 years before it happened. A tiger attack during a magic show with white tigers. The parody became a prophecy. Now, from a tiger attack to a corporate collapse, the next prediction hit the retail world. Because in the season 18 episode, Please Homer, Don't Hammer 'Em, which aired in September 2006, Homer visits a JCPenney store. The location is depicted as shabby, nearly empty, and falling apart. You know, outdated merchandise, zero customers, a store in obvious decline. JCPenney spent the 2010s in a death spiral. Store closures, mounting debt, failed rebranding attempts.
Holy
the
crap.
retail landscape was shifting to online shopping, and the company couldn't keep up. In May 2020, JCPenney filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and closed hundreds of locations. The Simpsons showed
How did The Simpsons always predict stuff? There's so more. There's so many more. I don't think I can watch the rest of this video. There's too many. But I think this is a better one.
Family Guy never holds back when it takes aim at celebrities.
I'm telling you, man, this shtick is getting so old. That chair smells, dude.
Family Guy never holds back when it takes aim at celebrities.
I'm telling you, man, this shtick
They
is getting so
don't.
old. That chair smells, dude.
But sometimes it goes so far that even Hollywood can't laugh it off.
We are gonna beat you so bad you'll think you gave Chris Brown an STD.
In fact, one Furious star was so burnt he called up Seth MacFarlane and yelled at him for a full hour, all over one very expensive joke. Today we're looking at the celebrities who got absolutely wrecked by Family Guy and their reactions.
You know what I think is a bit disappointing? Comedy can't be comedy anymore. Because it's all supposed to be jokes, it's all supposed to be serious. But no matter what joke you make, it can literally be taken in the wrong context. And that's like the most disappointing thing.
First on the list is Dan Rather. If you're expecting Family Guy to go easy on certain people, you're watching the wrong show. Even if you think a celebrity has everything going for them, trust Family Guy to find one thing, just one, and throw a dig right at it. Like what they did to news anchor Dan Rather. If you've ever paid attention to the way he speaks, you'll notice he sometimes puts a distinct emphasis on his S's, almost like he's whistling.
The rights of civilians to use deadly force.
It's just a mild lisp, nothing
Deadly
wild,
force.
but the Family Guy writers noticed it, and made sure everyone else noticed it too. In the episode Petarded, Peter finds out his intelligence is well below average, and thanks to his usual chaos, he ends up putting Lois in the hospital and losing custody of the kids. So Stewie has to stay with Cleveland for a while. While chilling at Cleveland's place, Stewie turns on the TV, and who else is on the news but Dan Rather? Rather starts reading an alliteration where almost every word begins with S, and the poor guy's trying so hard to get through it that steam, it literally blows out of his ear like a teapot.
No.
Saddam's southern settlement squatters.
No.
Now,
It's like
Dan
a
Rather
tea
hadn't
kettle.
even seen the clip until someone brought it up during an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. But when he finally watched it, he laughed. genuinely said he loved it.
Exactly. I love it.
Dan Rather took it like a champ. But another
Champion.
celebrity got roasted so badly, he showed up at the Family Guy recording studio in person with a response. Cary Elwes. Now, Cary Elwes isn't exactly an unfamiliar name in Hollywood. He's got a bunch of memorable roles to his name, such as...
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Yeah, Peter Griffin had that same moment of confusion. In the episode Ratings Guy, Brian heads out to get to the mall, and Peter casually mentions
The same episode too.
But let's just say it didn't read like your typical fan mail.
Dear Cary Elwes, I have been meaning
Who
to contact...
Who is that guy? I don't even know his... See, I already forgot his name. That's how forgettable.
you for some time. I have never been able to figure out if you are famous. You were a big deal in one thing, but you were wearing a mask for most of it.
Yep, Family Guy really hit him with that, and honestly, kinda hard to defend him here.
P.S. You were in Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Did you know that?
I mean, how do you forget you were Robin Hood when you literally played Robin Hood? So yeah, Peter's fan letter was really just Family Guy taking a jab at Cary's career. And what did Cary do? Well, Elwes pulled up to the Family Guy...
Cary Ellswood. Cary Elwes. Who is this guy? He kind of looks like a mannequin, kind of like a really poorly sculpted mannequin. Is he now gonna show up to my house and be like, "Where the fuck are you doing?" I don't even. What are these films that he was in? I've never. Oh, he was in the Twister movie. That's the only film that's on here that I've actually watched. That he's in. Hold on. What else? What else? What else was he in? Wait, he's got 3 wins of awards. What are the awards? Is it all like terrible actor? Blockbuster Entertainment Award, Family Film Award, a Razzie. Oh, that's not good. Actors Award. He was in Stranger Things. Okay. Oh, but it wasn't. It was just a nominee. These are all his nominees. He won the Boston Film Festival. Okay. The Fargo Film Festival and. Okay. Not bad. He's won a lot of things. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. Wow. I haven't watched it yet. I feel bad for this guy. It looks like he kind of just got screwed over in certain films.
Guy office in person with a letter for Peter, which he read out loud in the writer's room. According to McFarlane, the way he did it was just so epic and classy and hilarious that they knew they've got to bring him on the show for real.
Oh, they took it like a champ. Okay. Then respect. Should have watched it before, actually.
Well, Cary was a real good sport about it, and Family Guy did end up giving him some voice roles to do on the show. But if he had all the time to write an immediate response, wasn't it kind of proving Family Guy right? Because, well, what other major show has he even been on since? Okay, I'll leave the roast for the show writers. The next celebrity that got shots thrown at him, but he managed to chest it alright, was Willem Dafoe. The Green Goblin
Willem
himself
Dafoe
just terrifies his kids. Even Stewie apparently grew up with that trauma. This goes down in the episode Lois Kills Stewie. After Lois returns and reveals that Stewie was the one who tried to kill her, Stewie escapes, but not before tying up the entire family and forcing Brian at gunpoint to drive him to CIA headquarters. There, Stewie plans to take over the world, but to get inside the building, he needs a CIA badge, so he decides to create fake credentials and tells Brian to choose a fake name. And what does Brian pick? Willem Dafoe. That's when Stewie randomly confesses he used to have Willem Dafoe living under his bed, just silently crouched under there, smoking a cigarette and waiting for him to fall asleep.
What?
Sleep yet?
No.
Just checking.
Creepy parody? Oh, absolutely. They gave him goblin energy and had a little Stewie scared by the encounter. Now, Dafoe had no idea about this gag, mainly because he wasn't really familiar with Family Guy, but when someone finally showed him the clip, he found it a bit weird, but then just laughed and said it was pretty cool. Whether he meant it, or that was just polite Hollywood damage
Willem Dafoe is
control,
such a
we'll never know.
such an
But
amazing
that wasn't even
actor.
the only time Family Guy took a swing at him. They brought him up again in the season 19 episode Boys and Squirrels.
Oh,
Peter
they made
became
the
the habit of
sculpture.
playing with a
Forgot about this
chainsaw and
clip.
cutting down trees, but not before making woodwork sculptures out of them. And in his experiments, he decided to carve out Willem Dafoe for a very specific reason. The statue looked cool, but the logic, questionable. And to make it worse, Joe follows it up by absolutely butchering the pronunciation of his name.
I just love William Dafoe.
It's not William, it's Willem.
Yeah, that's what I said, William. He was in Spider-Man with Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
But this was pretty tame compared to the next celebrity Family Guy went all out on, Jonathan Lipnicki. It's not unusual for every former child star to go through an awkward stage, but sometimes it goes way beyond awkward. In the episode Welcome Back Carter, Carter Pewterschmidt is caught having an affair, and who else but Peter walks in on him. The guys then advise
Peter
to
finds
use the
himself in a
situation to his
lot of
advantage and get
awkward
Carter to do him
situations.
some favors. Yeah, the B word. At first it works, but Peter being Peter, he ends up spilling the news to Barbara. As a result, Carter gets kicked out of the house. He's lonely and
I
depressed.
forgot about
Peter
that
tries to
episode.
get
I
him back
watched
into the
it
dating
too.
scene, but that flops too. Carter realizes he just wants his wife back. And that's when Family Guy fired a missile straight at Jonathan Lipnicki because Peter
I've never
Griffin had
heard
the
of
perfect
Jonathan
idea on how
Lipnicki.
Carter could win Barbara over. At first, it sounds like it's about to be a compliment until Peter starts screaming in horror.
Oh, we gotta get you to the hospital. You're hideous.
Apparently, Jonathan Lipnicki was no longer cute, not even close. And the reason for all that screaming, the once adorable Jerry Maguire kid had mutated into, well,
Holy
this.
shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Some of Lipnicki's fans felt Family Guy went too far, but the real Lipnicki tweeted, it was all in good fun, and mentioned that he had done voice work for the show. When TMZ asked him about the gag, he said it was an honor, then flexed his abs on camera just to prove to everyone that he wasn't hideous and was, in fact, in great shape.
You know, they're great guys, so I don't take it personally. I think it's funny, and I'm honored to be made fun of on that show.
He might have played it cool, but let's be honest, he's not the only one to do that when the joke cuts a little too deep. Much like the case with this next celebrity, who later got in on the joke, Marlee Matlin. Marlee Matlin is an Oscar winner, a groundbreaking actress, and a major icon in the deaf community, which of course means absolutely nothing to Family Guy when it's time to make a joke. She's been parodied multiple times on the show, and let's just say they didn't hold back. In the episode Airport 07, Quagmire gets fired from his job as a pilot because Peter, in all his genius, siphons jet fuel from Quagmire's plane into his pickup truck. This causes Quagmire to crash mid-flight and lose everything. Now broke and homeless, Peter lets him crash at the Griffin house. And in classic Family Guy cutaway fashion, Stewie randomly remembers the time he had to live with Marlee Matlin, and it was a nightmare. In the scene, Matlin casually walks past Stewie and lets out a loud fart, then just keeps walking like nothing happened. Stewie naturally reacts the only way he knows how, horrified and completely violated.
Hi, Stewie! Oh, come on, Marley. I know you can't hear them, but you gotta feel those things slapping out of there.
But it doesn't stop it.
farts
In another
all
episode, Matlin tries to book movie tickets over the phone, and it quickly turns into total chaos. The gag stretches long enough for it to get really awkward, just the way Family Guy likes it. And here's the wild part. It wasn't even Marley voicing herself. It was Alex Borstein doing the impression. According to Family Guy, Matlin's agent actually contacted them after the fact, asking why they didn't cast the real Marlee. So when Seth and Alex's almost live comedy show aired, Matlin confronted Borstein on stage. She jokingly called her out, then clapped back at Alex Borstein. But when asked about the parody, Matlin said, "The day we censor humor is a sad one. Lighten up, people." Sure, she played it cool in public, but come on guys, if you're out here teaching dirty sign language on live TV and calling your agent mid-fart joke, you're probably not totally fine with it. Family Guy gave her a role afterward, voicing Stella, and it just had to be another awkward one.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, actually I do. Are your other senses better on account of you can't hear? Like, can you smell my farts before they even come out?
If Peter's asking a silly question like this, it's in your best interest to probably just ignore him. But Stella just had to go on to give a response. So technically, they still did those fart jokes again on Matlin. It's kind of like the time they apologized to a celebrity and then went right back to throwing a jab at her. Gal Gadot. Now let's rewind to March 2020.
I don't think she took that one.
Everyone was
well.
locked inside, disinfecting groceries and putting on face masks as their part in fixing the global panic. In the middle of all that, Gal Gadot gathered a bunch of other celebrities and decided to sing Imagine by John Lennon. The goal was to spread hope, sure, but the result? Widespread secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, right in the comments you can see that
Yeah, I
everyone
remember
agreed it
that. That was
cringe.
very
The video
embarrassing.
was supposed to uplift humanity. Instead, it uplifted no one. It got dragged harder than any virus meme.
The second I saw that video of all those celebrities singing, it kind of just felt like cringe and just went like, I was just like, is this something they actually wanted to put on the internet? Like, really?
Family Guy also decided to comment on this in its COVID vaccine PSA clip, and so Stewie, trying to convince people to get the shot, delivers this warning.
Gal Gadot singing Imagine. We cannot let that happen.
Yeah, that was the threat. Gal learned about this and she reposted the Family Guy clip on Twitter and wrote, "I promise I'll never do that again if you get vaccinated." Family Guy's official account responded with, "Since you're vaccinated, we forgive you." But that wasn't the only time Family Guy would bring up Gal Gadot's goof.
Hey guys, you know, this virus of hate has infected my entire world. And I saw this video of this Italian guy playing the trumpet on his balcony, and there was something so powerful and pure about this video, and it goes like this. Mr. Lover Lover. Mr. Lover Lover.
They still made it very clear. If you traumatize the internet with cringe singing during a global crisis, you're never living it down. That Imagine video is burned into history, and they made sure no one ever forgets who started it. And speaking of unforgettable moments, the next celebrity didn't just get mocked, they got absolutely dismantled. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon's been around almost as long as Family Guy, and the show has taken plenty of shots at him along the way. Back in 2005, in the episode Don't Make Me Over, Meg gets a full makeover and suddenly finds herself swimming in fame and attention she's definitely not used to. This catches the eye of Jimmy Fallon, who invites her to his studio. Meg, of course, misreads the situation and assumes Jimmy's into her. They share what she thinks is an intimate moment, only for her to realize he just used her as a setup for a sketch.
Being with you just made me feel so alive. From New York, it's Saturday night!
It's Saturday Night Live!
Holy shit.
Heartbroken, Meg runs home and tells her parents. Peter, furious, storms the Saturday Night Live set and beats up Fallon, though he clearly got the reason wrong while throwing punches.
And,
Hey, Fallon, say good night, you bum!
And this is for laughing and looking at the camera during every sketch you've ever been in. What do you think you are, Carol Burnett? You think because she did it, it's okay for you? What she's earned, buddy. All right, now where's the guy who slept with my daughter?
Years later, when Fallon became host
I
of the
didn't
Tonight Show,
even remember
Family Guy
that it was
portrayed a
Fallon.
clean, overly corporate image. After a failed attempt at making a viral video, Peter says they should have just gotten Fallon to do literally anything.
Can't believe we couldn't come up with a viral video. We should have just gotten Jimmy Fallon to do any lame thing.
So yeah, they're not exactly fans of his hosting. But here's the funny part. Jimmy Fallon once hosted Seth MacFarlane on The Tonight Show and laughed along with the audience as Seth did impressions of Family Guy characters.
I'm going to start by shoplifting from Wetzel's Pretzels.
Wetzel's Pretzels.
I'm going to shoplift from Wetzel's Pretzels, because, like, what are they going to do? Like, jump over the counter and kill me for a pretzel? No. You don't have the guts to kill me, Wetzel's Pretzels.
Oh my god. All right, how about
What Jimmy didn't bring up, though, was the many parodies Family Guy has done of him over the years. Maybe getting roasted on the show was bad enough. A live roast? That probably would have finished him. However, Fallon is not the only show host that Family Guy has gone after. Today hosts. Some people deal with being made fun of by pretending it's a compliment. At least that's what the third hour Today hosts told themselves. In the episode Mr. Act, Peter gets Lois a Valentine's Day gift, a Peloton. She's not impressed at all until Peter casually mentions where he got the inspiration from.
I just thought you'd like it. I saw it on the Today Show.
Second hour with Hoda and Savannah, or third hour with the nonsense people?
Second hour.
Where is it?
It's not even a full-blown
That's
roast, quick throwaway line,
nonsense
but apparently
people.
that was enough. A few weeks later, the third hour hosts Dylan Dreyer, Chanel Jones, Craig Melvin, and Al Roker caught wind of the clip and decided to have a laugh about it on air. Dreyer called it a career highlight, while Chanel jokingly blamed Roker for the burn.
Hey, Family Guy!
It's like the highlight of my career. We were
Family Guy!
I'm like, have you seen that?
No, I have not
Well,
seen that.
because it's your fault.
Thank you.
It was all giggles and fake flattery, but let's be honest, it clearly doesn't take much to make them feel relevant. Apparently, even a background mention will do. So maybe that was the real Family Guy roast. The fact that a blink and you miss it mention had them so giddy. Maybe they're just happy anyone still remembers they exist. But the next celebrity
I
show
sometimes
that
forget
got
about
burned
those
by
morning
Family Guy
shows.
writers couldn't handle it all.
Or those Today
Jon
shows, I just
Now,
don't
you think a
remember.
guy like Jon Stewart, quick-witted, sharp-tongued, and no stranger to throwing punches, could handle a little jab from Family Guy, but apparently not so much. Unlike other late-night hosts who have been parodied repeatedly, Jon Stewart hasn't really been a major target on Family Guy. No recurring gags, no deep-cut takedowns. In fact, he's gotten just one mention on the show. This was in a scene where Peter was trying to scare Mort off his property.
Oh! Oh my god, it's Hitler! He's back! He's back! Hurry!
we protect Jon Stewart. He's our most important Jew.
Yeah, that's...
No.
the
No.
only mention
How
Jon Stewart
does
ever got on
Family
the
Guy
show.
get away
Odd,
with
right?
this?
Especially since he actually voiced himself on American Dad, another Seth MacFarlane creation. But behind the scenes, things were a little more tense. According to MacFarlane himself, he received an angry, hour-long phone call from Jon Stewart over a Family Guy joke. 1 hour on the phone with Jon Stewart fuming.
You poke fun at him, and he rings you for an hour.
How did you find out about this?
Never mind how I know these things.
How does Piers Morgan find out anything at this point? Is he got like a secret microphone in like everyone's like studio or office, and he's just like listening in to hear what they would say, and then be like, "I got them."
That's amazing. Wow, you're like Woodward and Bernstein wrapped up in one here. Yeah, I've my publicist has forbidden me to talk about that for ever since it happened.
It must have passed now the ban. Come on.
Yeah.
For MacFarlane's publicist to forbid him from talking about it means the joke must have really cut Jon Stewart deep. Now, MacFarlane didn't specify exactly what the joke was or which episode it aired in, but it supposedly had something to do with the 2007 to 2008 writer's strike. At the time, nearly every major show went dark in support of the strike, Family Guy included, but Stewart caught flack for returning to The Daily Show about a month before the strike officially ended, something that didn't sit well with a lot of people in the industry. It's been theorized that the offending joke was buried in a cutaway gag where Peter grows a horse leg and kicks Brian for standing behind him, a visual metaphor for people who break solidarity during a strike. Whether that's a joke or not, Stewart clearly didn't find it funny. MacFarlane later admitted the jab may have crossed a line, but also made it clear he stood by the message.
The gag that we did on Family Guy was coming from the right place, but was probably so over the line in its ruthlessness that probably could have been more measured in its execution. How about that?
And look, if Seth MacFarlane gets a full hour of rage from someone who dishes it out for a living, then maybe that was the real win. Another celebrity Family Guy also got a reaction out of for the burn they got was Cher. Cher might be a music legend, an Oscar winner, and a pop culture
I didn't know
icon
Cher
for
got a
over 6
mention in
decades,
Family
but
Guy.
that didn't
When
stop
did that
Family Guy
happen?
from flying a message across the sky telling her to call it quits. In the episode
Oh, wow.
Quagmire's Baby, Quagmire's cleaning out his basement and selling off a bunch of old junk that had been sitting around for years. Peter and Lois drop by to check it out, and while they're there, Peter casually mentions how he also cleaned out his basement and stumbled across something strange, a witch's broom. Peter then flies out and skywrites a message aimed directly at Cher, and it was bold.
Retire Cher.
This wasn't some vague nod or subtle joke, it was a straight up shade. The whole scene is staged as a parody of The Wizard of Oz, and Family Guy was basically saying, "You've had your moment, it's over." Cher later reposted a screenshot of the scene to her Twitter, her X account, saying she was still laughing about it. But well, what else was she to do? When Family Guy takes aim,
X should
the
be
smart
turned
move
back
is
into
usually to
Twitter.
laugh it off, because trying to fire back, you're not winning a roast battle with them. But then Family Guy did the unthinkable. They went after a celebrity most shows had learned to tiptoe around or just straight up avoid, because, well, he's not exactly known for taking jokes well. But Family Guy, they never cared. Tom Cruise. If there's one celebrity Family Guy has been
Tom
obsessed with from day one,
Cruise.
it's gotta be Tom Cruise. They've been coming for him since the early seasons, taking shots at everything from his height to his religion to that iconic couch-jumping meltdown. Family Guy, of course, took that outburst of his and dragged it a lot farther than that, and over the years, the joke only got more savage. Eventually, they stopped using random Cruise cutaways and went all in with a recurring bit, Tiny Tom Cruise, a hyperactive, chaos-packed version of the actor who's literally the same height as Stewie. It's the ultimate exaggeration of the short Hollywood action star
Imagine
stereotype,
if they
and
did-
Family Guy never lets it go. Tiny Tom has done everything from kung fu fighting Stewie to chasing after people like a caffeinated lawn gnome. The joke is always the same. He's unhinged, intense, and can barely see over a counter. Now, Cruise has never voiced himself on Family Guy, but the team did ask. Seth MacFarlane once confirmed they reached out to see if Tom would be willing to play along and lend his voice to the character. Cruise's response? He said the only joke here was that neither he nor Seth was tall enough to make it funny. Brutal, but honestly, fair. Some took it as
Damn.
Cruise giving the bit his blessing because, well, the internet knows Tom isn't the kind of person that loves being made fun of. When the two showed up on Graham Norton's show, Tom was impressed at Seth's voicing of Family Guy characters.
How many can you do? How many? What's the... You know, just enough to avoid being myself.
So, Family Guy kept going, and at this point, they've turned the whole Tiny Tom routine into one of the show's most reliable roast machines. But then Family Guy set their sights on someone bigger, not just a celebrity, a creator of worlds. George Lucas. George Lucas, the man behind Star Wars, and the reason every
Oh.
sci-fi franchise has been chasing a shadow
I feel
for
like everyone's
decades,
made a
was one
joke
roast
or a
that
dig
took
at
little
George
things,
Lucas.
the Star Wars parodies. Blue Harvest, something.
Oh, these are the ones that he gave approval for.
Are some of the most iconic episodes in Family Guy history. But what a lot of fans don't realize is that these episodes wouldn't have existed without Lucasfilm's blessing, and getting that blessing, not exactly a walk in the park. Before Blue Harvest aired, Seth MacFarlane and the team were invited to screen the episode for George Lucas himself at his ranch, and according to them, the tension in the room was real. They fully expected Lucas to shut it down, to say something like, "Yeah, we're gonna pass, please delete this." But surprisingly, he laughed. Not so much of a belly-cracking laughter, but enough to get the green light. Still, Lucas wasn't completely hands-off. For the second installment, he reportedly raised concerns about a certain 4-letter word, and a few of the darker jokes peppered throughout. Can't blame George. Family Guy doesn't exactly do subtle, but he signed off anyway.
I just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you.
By the time the third parody rolled around, MacFarlane summed it up perfectly. They don't allow everything, but they allow a lot. They allow Family Guy to be Family Guy. Translation, Lucas let them off the leash, just not completely. You just know deep down a part of him probably thought, these guys are insane. And sure, they got away with a ton of insanity, which is exactly what made it work. Now if you want to see what celebrity got so mad that they even sued Family Guy, click here.
Honestly, I don't want to sit here and
oh crap, what? It automatically went to the next one. F1 memes. You know, I'm watching this.
complain again because probably someone will shoot me outside the door, but you know...
I actually have that hat, I think. That red hat. Just not with the number 1.
You want me to talk
Yes,
now?
talk us through it. This was voted for by the fans.
Oh, that's the one.
I pressed my battery button and...
okay, maybe don't talk us through it.
Yeah, suddenly had a bit more horsepower than Lewis, so yeah.
They never called when you speak, or maybe when you speak I actually seem interesting, like I'm interested in what you're saying, but when I am speaking, you are like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me.
Is it just me or is this video very... Is it? Oh, that's why. Let's put it at 1080p. Maybe it'll be better. No, it's still shit quality. Didn't make a difference. Stole George Russell's.
Can't wait to go quicker than him.
Gabriel Botoletto.
Hey, cut this chicane.
Yeah, we're having a look. He didn't cut it enough.
What? Of course he did.
Thanks for being here.
I love being here.
Max Verstappen, yeah, like
Oh, I love
Verstappen
this
at
clip.
the
This is
store.
my favorite.
Verstappen
This is my favorite clip. Jimmy Fallon deserved what Max did.
get coffee, you know?
Stop in his interview.
Yeah.
I was wondering, have you seen my towel?
George, have you seen Kimmy's towel?
No.
This was such a bit.
Have you seen my towel?
No, ask Kim Kardashian. Thumbs up for Charles. Eh?
I don't know where's the towel. I think
You gotta keep looking.
we gotta keep looking.
That's your towel?
No, I don't think.
Okay. Is this your towel?
No.
Okay. Okay.
But it's a nice towel.
Yeah.
Can I keep it actually? Yeah, thank you. I'll keep it for tonight, thank you.
Yeah, and then that moment with Carlos, he told us already he didn't see you, he had no blue flags on the steering wheel, he wasn't informed. Of course, you can't buy anything for that, but yeah.
I mean, for me, that's no excuse at all.
No excuse at all. Oscar,
That's got to be one of the
Piastri.
dumbest things I've ever seen on a racetrack. Yeah.
Did I
don't
even
really
like
care
that
what
video from
excuse you
Alex
give.
Griffin? I'll have to go back
I've
and
always been
check.
told you have to be nice to people older than you, so Kimmy, be nice. And
Using age against the young guy. Wow, Lando. Where was that for Lewis Hamilton?
what else? I don't
And
know.
Max,
I think
who are both older than you.
I love this. I wonder how long it took to build these. 200 hours per car? That's a lot of hours.
Go, Max, go.
In the interest of time, let's just do 2. Summer break. Everyone's pointing at you, Lando. Sorry.
What is the question?
Summer break. What are you gonna do?
Oh, that's got nothing to do with anyone, so...
Good answer.
Yeah. What are you doing in summer break?
I mean, like, how will you charge up for the rest of the season? Like, what are your plans to do for
Plug in the battery.
like, fun activities?
Yeah. Yeah, I go plug the car in.
Hey, I'm heading for the board. Franco.
Fernando Alonso. Then this break
the
is...
engineers who are sitting there mute, like Teletubbies.
on mute like Teletubbies.
Bye bye, Poe.
Oh, you are smoking! You're smoking! Oh, not anymore! Oh my god!
Yes! Need to go for it.
That would be
Flatter.
fun.
At worst, we finish in the gravel.
And you know about that.
Yes!
What?
That's so rude from you.
No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, poor Charles. Good man, though. Good man. that's Patrickplayz. That's also Liam. Who's just made her. Who's in there? Oh, it's just Fred. He thought it was Drive to Survive. He was like, get away from me! What's Fernando doing? Using battery as a way to pull himself ahead. Yeah, Fernando. That's as fast as Fernando's gonna get. That's gonna be the only racing finish.
For my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, practicing a bit of Mario Kart actually. Finding the mushrooms is going quite well. The blue shell is a bit more difficult, but I'm working on it.
If you don't get it, it's because F1 are referencing Mario Kart because of the battery. Is like a boost button. It's like a mushroom. That actually, Charles Leclerc put a post of a mushroom sticker being put on the boost button, which was funny.
George! 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 George!
Oh, I'm on TV.
You were on TV when you were in Australia, Lindblad.
Really special first Grand Prix win. I remember my first to be.
I was 1 year old, by the way.
You were born in 2006, right?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Valtteri's just enjoying the car. Yeah. Oh. Ollie Behrman. Oh, was that Ollie Behrman instead of? Oh, because Valtteri's.
Yeah, pole position, pole position.
Pole position.
Pole position.
I love that face from Alex album. Pole position.
Pole position. I always try, but then probably I'll be
always.
2 seconds off, but pole position.
Do you have a cup holder in your...
No, I take the straw.
You drink it with a straw?
I'm the only driver. Yeah, they did it specially for me.
You're the only driver with a straw?
Yeah, I'm actually getting a surgery to it.
You're kidding me? To change your eye colour?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah. On Tuesday.
Franco's so stirring shit.
Black. black eyes.
Are you actually like 16?
I'm 17.
Are you actually 17?
Yeah. I don't have a driving license.
What?
No.
You don't have a driver's license?
We're saying. Don't need to look at the mirrors. It's useless. You just need to look at the camera.
Franco should never be allowed to drive on the main roads. He will be in so many accidents.
Only 12 people left.
That's a good one. You know what, we're gonna skip this one. We're gonna watch The Victims.
Pokemon.
Oh no, maybe not that one. Let's do the most satisfying downfalls in streaming history. So let's watch this.
From Vitaly facing karma for his disrespectful stunts, to Jack Dorkey losing massive profits.
I was making $1.5 million a month. Now I'm making probably a tenth of that. Like, what the happened?
You deserve it.
Here are 10
That's
of
what
the
happened.
most satisfying downfalls in streaming history. Starting with commentary streamer Destiny, real name Stephen Bonnell, who built his platform by crossing lines
can't
no
remember who
streamer
the hell
should ever
Destiny is.
cross, which included anything from openly promoting CP.
Men that are given access to child pornography have a higher chance of not actually committing pedophilic actions in real life.
What? What? No. You know, no, I'm not watching this. Not after hearing that. No. We're not watching any more of that. No, thank you. No. Not allowed. My goodness. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna play GeoGuessr again. I'm not even gonna change the... Actually, I will. Let's change it. We're gonna put it back to GeoGuessr. I just like playing GeoGuessr now. GeoGuessr is so fun. Or maybe until like tomorrow. I'll probably be like sick of GeoGuessr. I'll be like, I don't want to play it anymore. It sucks. Let's play. Let's play. Let's go. GeoGuessr. Okay. Oh, this is obviously the US. Instantly. Where I would say is... This is giving me Texas vibes. Where is Texas? Oh, it was Mexico. I was still closest. Brazil? How did that guy get Brazil for that? Okay. It's not where I wanted to press. Okay, it's definitely Northern Hemisphere, or Western Hemisphere. North, South, yeah, Northern Hemisphere. Is this like Europe? Like Italy, I would say? What's that sign say? I think it's Italy. Or Spain. I'm gonna say Spain. Like right here. It was Italy. I should have guessed Italy. I literally said Italy first, and I should have stayed with it. Damn it. Ooh. Where is this? This. I think this is the US. Trying to figure it out. Crap. Let's go Washington. It was Minnesota or Wisconsin. It was Wisconsin. Okay. This is Greece. Immediately, I think it's Greece. No way, it isn't. Did I even click Greece? No, I clicked the middle of the ocean. I've clicked off of Greece, like in the water. Yeah, that makes sense. I was closest and I win, yeah. Suck it, Marcus B87. Play again. One more match. Where the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna guess Guatemala. Please be wrong. Wait, why am I saying please be wrong? No, please be right. I hope they're wrong. Fuck, it's Brazil. I did not even get a How? How did he guess? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna guess. I guess somewhere in Turkey. Shit. Please don't be in Germany. Fuck. I'm actually gonna lose. Where is this? Maybe Mexico? Please be closer, please be. Son of a bitch! I am terrible at GeoGuessr, I guess. I keep on getting worse at GeoGuessr. I think that's a good place to end the stream. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until next time, guys. Have a good day, have a good evening, and have a good night. And I appreciate you all, chat. Consider pressing the like button if you are watching on YouTube. Consider following and subscribing. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, evening, and night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And I appreciate your consistency and support. And I already said that. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.